Hey, good evening. This is my video on ministerial etiquette. When we look at ministerial etiquette and what it's all about, we see that having the right etiquette is all about having the right conduct or how you present yourself in the pulpit as well as outside the pulpit. And I noticed being in ministry for some time now that we as pastors, we as preachers, teachers, part of the fivefold, we forget all about church etiquette and forget all about the ministerial etiquette part. Just because we have a good shout, just because we have a good hoop, just because we exegete the scriptures down packed and we can quote every scripture, um, doesn't mean that we do practice great etiquette in the pulpit. I have seen several pastors and ministers. Um, I guess I would say that really doesn't have home training when it comes to being in the pulpit. As such, they talk about anything over the pulpit. They may even talk about their wife and their mistress at the same time in the pulpit. I've seen pastors bash other pastors in the pulpit, and this is just it shouldn't be. Um, we have to conduct ourselves in a manner that as the slogan said, what would Jesus do? We got to think, would Jesus bash somebody over the pulpit? Would Jesus do this? Would Jesus do that? Um, and we just need to conduct ourselves accordingly. If we say we are the children of the Most High Living God, then why do we not practice correct etiquette? Um, but yeah, we as preachers, we do great in preaching, but when it comes to being respectful in the pulpit, I don't see respect anymore. All I see now is jealousy, and because of jealousy, the preacher, may not speak, may not give great words of encouragement. Part of etiquette is after researching, it is um, giving the preacher praises, whether it be anyone that you do bring in. The guest preacher always should give the pastor or the leader of the church praise. Give them some encouraging words, if you may. Um, but we have a lack. We have a lack of conduct in the church, and it's very very important to conduct ourselves accordingly in the pulpit, because we this day and age it looks like we don't have accountability. And preachers, listen, we definitely need accountability. We need somebody to tell us whether we're wrong or not. We need somebody to tell us, hey, hold up. Why are you doing it this way? Why are you doing this? We need that man or woman of God that may have been in ministry longer than us to tell us whether we're doing right or whether we're doing wrong. But the problem is that we become too arrogant, we become too self-centered, we become jealous and don't want to listen to someone else. And then by us not listening, then we lose what could have been great etiquette technique given to us. But yeah, we gotta hold each other accountable because reason being, because you never know who's watching you. Yeah, you may think nobody watching, but guess what? At least one or two people in your congregation is watching you, and what they're watching, they're gonna watch. Do you walk the walk that you talk? They trying to see, yeah, you talk the talk. You say you a child of the king. You say you pastor this. You say you a bishop this and that. But they trying to see who you are really. And in today's society, congregations just don't trust the pastor. So why would you do something even the more so they won't trust us more? Trust goes a long ways, and if you lose trust in your congregation, you pretty much lost it all. Um, um, we got to be able to hold up the standard, even if and when people talk about us. We got to be able to hold a standard of church etiquette, even when they spread lies on us, even when they spread rumors on us, when they talk about us like a dog to someone else, even other preachers that talk about us. But in the midst of they talking about you, are you still gonna do what you supposed to do? And in my congregation, that's what we do. We make sure etiquette is needed. I make sure people speak. I make sure people smile. I make sure people give firm handshakes. This is much needed because this goes back to your character. This goes back to your integrity. How do people see you? How do you see yourself? In other words, um, but this something etiquette. This something you have to practice. A lot of people won't get it overnight, but this something that I feel us as leaders have to teach our leaders. We have to teach our elders. We have to teach the deacons. We have to teach the children about self-control and etiquette, not only in the church, but even in the secular world. We have to establish order, and that's one thing that the church lacks: order. And in order for good ministerial etiquette to take place, you got to be a person of order. You're gonna have to want order in your church, or wherever you may be. You would want to have order at Bible study. You want order in your prayer meetings. So ministerial ethics is all about how you conduct yourself.